back to Old Hollywood Briar. I thought we'd take a look at the latest Pipes and Cigars mailer I got here today. Lo and behold, what is this? Molto Dolce's on sale. Okay. Some of you might recall we picked up a tin of this in the vintage tobacco haul yesterday. Let's take a look here. Now, this is a bestseller at Pipes and Cigars, and I was a little inspired to do this, not only by seeing that it's a featured tin, but also because aromatic tobaccos have really gotten a bad rap. Oh yes, that classic, dark, rich, chocolatey tobacco. We're looking at Cavendish, Burley, and Virginia, topped with caramel, vanilla, and honey flavoring. Now, you can tell that this tobacco is wet with, some would say a humectant. They call it PG. I don't know if it's PG or VG. There's a difference between propylene glycol and vegetable glycerin. If you touch this stuff, it'll stain your fingers brown and feels like it's been soaked in molasses. Now, a lot of the cool kids in the YTPC, they look down on the aromatics. And one of the things that they always say is, it's got that humectant and that gloppy PG. And then they'll start going off on propylene glycol and about how it's a chemical, and then you'll always hear people complain about how it gives them tongue bite. Okay. Back in the 90s, I used to go to this place called Kanzaman in Riverside, and me and the guy from the Tinderbox. You see, now I worked back in the day. I worked at Nordstrom, and I was in the men's sportswear department, and one of my best friends was James Muncie down at the Tinderbox at the Tyler Mall in Riverside. You might know him. If you ever met James Muncie, he's not the type of guy that you forget. He's about 6'4". So we used to go down to Kanzaman, which was an Arab joint, and they would make, different drinks and stuff, and you could smoke shisha. This was back when you could still smoke indoors. They would have the belly dancer come out, the little guy on the drum and the little, guitar or whatever. And I would drink Sutliff, which is, it's basically like a pistachio cream drink, which is fantastic. I highly recommend it. If you've never been to a shisha joint, you should check it out. So they bring out this large water pipe to your table and fill it with the most, gloopy, it looks like it's swimming in syrup. They fill it in there, and that's mostly PG and VG in there. They add it to make volume to the smoke. And you know what? There's nothing smoother than a hit from that shisha bowl with all that beautiful flavor. I prefer watermelon. What can I say? Now, for the Molto Dolce, we're going to load up the Sassini Londonaire that I've got here. It's not a 4-dot. This is a later model Sassini brand. But I am going to be using it because this is a heavy aromatic, and any pipe this goes into is going to be experiencing the ghost of arrows past. Now, the reason I was talking to you about propylene glycol and vegetable glycerin and shisha was, I'm going to say something very controversial. I don't think PG causes tongue bite. First breath, it's as though the heavens have opened up and a single ray of light has descended down upon my taste buds. The honey comes through first, which is not surprising due to the blend's name, Molto Dolce, in Italian, meaning very sweet. The butteriness of the caramel and the satin spice of the vanilla tame and temper the sweetness. into a blissful aroma upon the senses. The honey is not single note, it's complex, it's citrusy. There's a breath of orange blossom that lingers upon the palate. The smoke is smooth and blissful, no chance of bite whatsoever. And I want to say that I understand that people have different mouth chemistry, and for a very small portion of people, there is a possibility that you have some kind of unexplained reaction to PG, but for the vast majority, it's going to be a smooth and blissful experience. Pipestead wrote that he tried this stuff because he saw so many non-aromatic smokers that he knew that loved it. So if you're newer to pipe smoking, and most of the interaction that you've had with blends is from presenters that you see here on the YTPC, consider listening to the old timers a bit. Maybe checking out some of those hallowed blends. This tin right here is a bestseller, my friend. It's not a bestseller because it gives people tongue bite. Think about that. And one small benefit to the PG, you see this volume of smoke here? It doubles the volume of smoke, which is one of the reasons why they add the glycerin to the shisha. Well, all right. Anybody who wants to hang around for the rest of this pipe is welcome to peruse the Pipes and Cigars catalog with me. I thought I'd film this. I think it'd probably be pretty cool. Like you're all sitting down doing it together.